Welcome to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Source, and we're in for an amazing episode. And if you've been following us on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or any other place that we're at, we had some changes, but we ended up boiling it down to some of the best chefs in Tucson. And these are the chefs that put the fight in knife
fight, something like that. Very generous with the best in town, you know.
And we would not be the Tucson Tasty Show without our amazing sponsors. Thank you to Vera Earl Premium Beef. That's VEPremiumBeef.com. Your financial guy, Cody Peck. Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail. Don't forget to subscribe and share. That's on YouTube or Facebook, where we are also live, so you can see our beautiful faces here in the studio, hanging out, smelling this amazing food that Chef Michael Elefante was kind enough to bring in for us today. Now, I do have something before we get started, and it's one of the amazing notebooks that our printers made up for us, and this is actually printed on the book, and we're going to give this away to one lucky caller today. So make sure you call in and join the show at 520-790-2040, and yes, that includes you, Carrie. But yeah, it's awesome. So Chef Joshua, our consultant chef, is here, and he wants to talk about butter. We also have two other chefs in the studio that can chime in on this one. In fact, I think we have some lobster tails that you can talk about.
Yeah, some fouilladelle,
because that's definitely made with butter.
Awesome.
So one of the fats I normally use, like bacon fat. I love bacon fat or bacon grease, however you want to call it.
That's not butter, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. Okay. I'm saying one of my the oils and fats and stuff that I use. Of course, the next olive oil, but I'm not going to make my own olive oil. Next one, the easiest thing to do is make nice butter. Now, you want to find some heavy cream or cream from a place that you trust. And I like to use the cream from Dyson Dairy. They're up in Phoenix. Now they do have a creamery up there that you can do what I was told, you can do tours. I haven't been on a tour yet.
Is that a screamery or a creamery?
Creamery.
What's the difference?
So the screamery, the creamery is screaming for ice cream. But anyways, so they have where they have started their farm off. They actually do it, and you can go in. They make these monstrous milkshakes and stuff, all the extra toppings and stuff all over it. But like I said, I haven't been there yet.
This is here in Tucson?
No, that's up in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Avondale, and they do have another one up in Payson, where they just opened up within the last 6 months or so.
I like Bella's Gelato because they'll put ice cream in coffee for me. They'll put the espresso right over the top. I think they call it affogato style. Do you like affogato?
Oh, dude.
I'll forget about it.
Forget about it, dude. You're going to have a problem when we keep talking about that.
A lot of places.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A lot of places. There's quite a few coffee shops around here that does those too. Probably can get La Macron to do it as well.
Very good.
But sorry.
So I wanted to ask you the difference between ghee butter, or American butter, and European butter.
Thanks for clarifying.
Well,
yeah, right.
The European butter, that's when you're in the bathroom. That's the butter from when you're in the bathroom.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Could be the different types of calories they use, how much sugar they're actually going to process. Now, if you look at our sticks of butter, they're actually about, 8 ounces? If you look at theirs, there's like a big block. So it's funny whenever you see Europeans look at American recipes and they go, oh, stick of butter. And they're thinking a big old tub of butter when it's just a little stick.
Fair enough. So is it true that Americans put water in their butter and that's why it burns?
Well, it's the
what?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, see, whenever you're making it, it's like you put it in for about 4 to 6 minutes when you're whipping up your cream, and what you want to do is then you put water in, like really ice cold water, to shock it, and it helps separates the rest of the milk fat from the butter particles that you end up having.
Fair enough.
So there's another way, and then you squeeze it later on to get. So maybe now there are some places it's a different color than some of the butters you get at the store, because the ones they add a little bit more yellow to it. And whenever you make it at home, it tastes almost so much better.
Okay.
But so much butter, right?
butter, right?
So much butter, better. It's better butter.
But you're talking about ghee, which is also clarified butter.
Clarified,
So
right? That's
it
why
is,
Chef
clarified. Yep.
Gary over there made the clarifying joke.
Yep.
Yep,
So
that was
it
good.
is pretty much you're
clarify
heating it up in a little pot. You're waiting for those milk particles to separate, and then you skimming that out. But you're not burning it, so it becomes a little bit clearer. So ghee, clarified butter is almost the same.
I wanted to ask you. So one of my favorite things to do is actually get some fat from Vera Earl Premium Beef, and you can actually order that directly from vepremiumbeef.com, or you can go to the Tucson thetastyshow.com and just follow the link from there. But you can get the fat and you reduce it down, and you make tallow.
Yep.
And I like to use that for a lot of different things because it's just tasty.
Well, I mean, I do the same.
What do you think?
I mean, we use. I mean, obviously we butcher we get subprimals in. So I mean, we're swimming in beef scraps. So beef tallow in the fryer, beef tallow on the burger buns.
Knife fight, of course, you got the beef.
Beef tallow.
Fry your French fries in it.
For the we everything pretty much. You can't throw a chimichanga and Charles steak without hitting something with some tallow in it. So including the chimichangas.
That's why it's so tasty. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, those one of my favorite dishes are the meatballs that you guys have on the
that was the very first menu item. We didn't even really have a concept when we made those. We were actually hanging the ceiling fans that day, and Chef Carlota was sitting at the bar, and she wasn't feeling very well, and she sent for some albondiga soup from downtown, and they sent the broth and the meatballs separate, and she was like, "Here, mijo, I just want the caldo." And I went in the back and poured barbecue sauce all over them, and I was just sitting in the back, and I was like, "Ray, you got to try these." And that was our very first menu item. We kind of built Charles steak around the meatballs, and for the first year, if you came in there, you got free meatballs. And so we call it the albondigas that built Charles steak. So
sick invite, dude.
Yep, I invited you to Del Rey.
You do meatballs differently though at Mama Luisa's.
Yeah, I don't put prickly pear barbecue sauce on them.
No.
I put red sauce on them.
Okay.
Lots
Also
of red
delicious.
sauce. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to put on meatballs, Joshua?
It's probably like a marinara, just
okay.
classic. Even make it into a sub.
See, when I was taught to make meatballs by my grandma, she was like, "If they're not as big as your fist, they're not meatballs." And I was like, "That's like
That's almost a meatloaf." Yeah, right. Meatloaf in ball form.
I mean,
floating in the red sauce.
If it would be a loaf, if it was loaf shaped. If it's round, it's a ball, no matter how big it is. But in the beginning, it would be a meat boulder or a
meat boulder.
rock. But technicalities.
Awesome. So we do have a pretty cool event that we have to shout out before we go on break here, and then we're going to dive into what Tucson knife fights are, which I'm super excited about. But it's Meet the Chefs at the TCC. That's the Tucson Community Center, August 25th, and we gotta shout them out. But there's some emotions happening in the studio about this excitement.
I had something stuck in my throat. Yeah, back.
And
But we gotta give them their props. I mean, knife fight probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't.
It definitely
wouldn't have spawned out of some deep-seated love for
right.
Scripps Media. They're not involved anymore, but anyways, I digress.
And don't forget to tune in the Tucson Tasty Show on Channel 9 in the CW every Saturday from 5 a.m. On the Channel 9 and 4 p.m. on the CW. Again at 4 p.m. on the CW. And shout out to Scripps, thank you.
Yeah.
We love our home here at KVOI. We're not going to go anywhere, but we definitely wanted to get some video footage of everything that happens in the kitchen. And we're super excited. But I'm excited for Knife Fight this year because this is the third year for Ken Floy, right?
Oh,
and if
Iron
he wins,
Chef.
Iron Chef. I'm sorry, Iron Chef. Yes,
yeah,
sorry.
I think if he wins,
we throw things off the rails here.
Yeah.
That's what, you got carry nights. Hope you're ready.
Yeah. So he's defending his title for a third time, which is I think he'll be tied with Ryan, right?
Well, I from what I understand, they're not allowed to compete after the third time. That's their final title they get to retire as
champion. So
interesting. Well, it should be interesting. He will be actually here on September 21st.
Oh, nice.
For the Tucson Tasty Show. Don't forget to tune in then.
Big Ken.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget to go
Ken
to Tucson. Yeah. That's a shout out for everybody in Tucson, all the chefs that come on and talk about what they're doing at Knife Fight, right? But we will be right back after this break with more from Tucson Knife Fights, what they are, what Chef Mike and what Chef Gary do at the Tucson Knife Fights. Special thank you to our amazing sponsors, Vera Earl Premium Beef, your financial guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail, and don't forget, stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show, and we're here live in studio. I've got an amazing gift for Collins today. Now, this book, you can also purchase it on the TucsonTastyShow.com or the TastyShow.com, and they're for only $20. And it is a binded book. You can actually number the pages, date the pages, and it has this cool little, and I'll snap it. But to hold the pages together, it also has, it's really good for writing down recipes, go out to restaurants, write down your favorite dish, and otherwise. So, Tucson Knife Fights. Let's talk about Tucson Knife Fights.
Yeah. Sorry, I get excited.
Let's talk about cannolis.
It's the beginning of the season. Week 4, I'm going to be in Gary and be like, crap, why do we do this?
So for those unfamiliar with, can you explain what Tucson Knife Fight is and how it stands out from other culinary competitions?
Yeah.
Slow roll it.
Easy peasy, man.
Yeah.
So Tucson Knife Fight started shortly after Gary and I kind of really started getting to become friends with the whole chef group and all of that. And I had kind of voiced interest in like starting a competition with the boys and all that to kind of help push each other along and kind of challenge everybody to be better. To challenge all of us to be better. And then during that, there was one of the chefs here in town. His daughter was needed some special surgeries and that. So we decided to...
We bullied a couple people.
Yeah, we bullied a couple people into
the first one.
To doing the first one, and then we got a bunch of people to donate gift cards and that, and we were basically raffling off random stuff and gift cards throughout the night to try and raise money for it.
I ran
my pocket knife was gone.
My pocket knife.
Some gift cards.
Some gift cards. I don't know. There's some other stuff too. I don't even remember. It
Plates
was fun.
of food.
It was It was just this crazy like whirlwind of like, oh, this is actually happening. I remember it was like 7:30 and I'm sitting in my dining room trying to build this
the butcher knife trophy.
The butcher knife trophy. And I'm just like writing on it with a red Sharpie like I won and stuck this like butcher knife into a broken piece of wood.
Yeah, so one of the chefs ended up backing out. And then I was like,
the show must go on.
I got this. So
the show must go on.
I hopped on, whooped some butt.
Yeah.
I made a lavender pasta dough for it.
Sweet.
Was my secret ingredient. And I told the guy, I said, I brought you this so that way you can go night-night after because lavender makes you sleepy. So.
I think we had maybe
10 people.
About 10 people.
That's it.
Wow.
It was on the patio of
What was Romero's place over on there?
Pasco,
yeah.
I don't know.
Over
it was a while ago.
University. Long time ago.
Well, that was we're going into the 7th season, right, which is
technically
really
technically the 8th season.
Yeah.
Technically, it's the 8th.
Yeah, but it's season 7 because we took the pandemic off.
7 in heaven.
So with season 7 coming into view and focus, you actually have some more sponsors. So you've gone from holding people up in back alleys for gift cards to
Pretty much.
I can't even say that without laughing. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the straight face. But now you have a national sponsor.
We have two, actually.
Two national sponsors.
We've always had Shamrock. Shamrock
Right.
Foods has always been our food sponsor, so we'll shout out to them from the beginning, and Chris Ehlers, if he's listening. They've always been super supportive, and they're great with fresh produce and secret ingredients and stuff, but monetarily speaking, these are our two biggest ones. So we got Spot On Restaurant Solutions.
Right.
They're local. They're great. Guy went to the University of Arizona. And they do basically like POS installation, credit cards.
So the point of sale systems and
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
runs
sorry.
the whole.
Yeah. Inventory control, scheduling, all that stuff. So it's all
That's
integrated into one system. So obviously a great partner to have with a chef-driven competition. The other one we're pretty excited about.
we were pretty stoked about this one.
I would do a drum roll, but drum roll is
Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. So we had the opportunity
Bam,
to
look at that.
They're actually going to be the title sponsor for the Arizona Bowl this year. So
Yes.
that's how we met them and got in touch with them. And they heard about Knife Fight and they loved, the competition aspect of it, but also the
Arizona Bowl.
Bowl, also the charitable part of it, where all of the proceeds go back to the hospitality community in Tucson.
Right.
So they were super stoked about being on it. Obviously they're a global company. They just launched in England before the Olympics kicked off, so they were all over there, and that's what I was waiting on was the email from them when they got back to the States. So
That's awesome.
super excited. They're going to do the sponsor the bar. So there's going to be a lot of gin and juice and a lot of the dishes this year. So
the bar fights are going to be sponsored by the gin and juice. So you got a bracketed system for the chefs, and these are mostly the sous chefs, but you do have some executive chefs participating.
it runs the whole gauntlet. I mean, there's prep cooks, executive chefs.
Can I join and throw my hat or my name into the ring?
We already did the draft, but you could have. We
Did
did
I miss the draft?
We were hoping
Yeah.
that some of y'all would want to get into it.
Hey, but like you said, somebody
I'm
didn't
looking
show
at
up the last
producer
time.
Tina.
Yeah.
to
Just show
join.
up there.
Hey,
I'll put you as
producer
the first
Tina.
alternate.
Yeah.
Just show up there.
Sorry,
and
Matt,
they need
yeah.
somebody. You
Break his
start
heart.
throwing down.
Break his heart.
That's funny. I don't know if you saw the beef Wellington that I threw out, but I'll send you the.
You ain't got time for that. I mean, if you do, that's cool.
No, I'll send you out the pictures.
But I'd love to see it in
It
45
took me-
minutes with two other dishes.
It took me 6 hours to do the beef Wellington, so no. But no, I did that last week. Anyways, but we did that for a friend. So with the Arizona Bowl, actually bringing that up, we're going to actually be doing food truck food fights for the Arizona Bowl. Which is really cool, and it's inspired because you guys have the Iron Chef, you have the Tucson Knife Fights.
We have Tucson Knife Fight.
Right, you have the
We
Tucson.
have Tucson Knife Fight.
You have
the best one in town.
the Tucson Knife Fight. The only thing that matters is Tucson Knife Fight with gin and juice. And the cool part about the food truck food fights is it's just for the food trucks. And now, if anybody has a food truck and you want to participate, you can email us directly at the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com. And you can also go on the tastyshow.com and sign up for our information night. We're also looking for volunteers. And I was hoping to rope in some of the chefs to do some judging and not to give away the whole thing, but we're actually going to have secret judges. So we're going to do essentially a food truck night, have everybody come out, and we're going to have secret judges go to the food trucks. So they're going to be spot on every dish. And then one of the dishes is going to be judged by a secret judge. And then we're going to announce the winners as we go through and until we get down to the final two. Now, the cool thing is that at Tailgate, the food trucks that participate, the top, I think 8, where I think it's the top 8. We're still working on the details on that, but they're going to have the opportunity to actually be at the tailgate serving 15,000 people that are at the Arizona Bowl going into the Arizona Bowl. So and then the win.
It's like, sounds awful. Sign me up.
The next really cool thing is that we're going to be able to announce the winner hopefully at the Arizona Bowl, so from the field. So we'll see what happens, cool. But it's not even a shadow of what Tucson Knife Fights is, because this is literally just something that we were approached to do.
Nah,
so
it's gonna be fun. I'm just saying, it sounds awful serving 1,500 people.
15,000.
15,000. Count me out.
Yeah.
Count me out.
we're gonna get Guido Q out.
Yeah. Truck's broke.
We'll get the tent. We'll get this tent set up. Actually, you
As
know
he
what? I
walks
can
out
take
with
it
a
over to
wrench.
Family Auto Body and Truck, and they'll get it wrapped up for you.
No, it's still broke.
Okay.
You see him walk out there with a butcher's knife, and starts pounding at it. It's broke.
On the second note, if anybody's in the market for a 1998 UPS conversion truck,
It's a 92.
oh, sorry,
Fair enough.
it's for sale.
Let's get into another one of these questions in the last couple of minutes here. But let's see. What inspired you to create Tucson Knife Fight? And can you share the story behind it outside of what you've already shared?
Yeah, I think so. One of the big things, reason why I wanted to get this going was, as a restaurateur and as an owner, you're always hit up by these places, all these other charities, all of these other events that they want you to donate to their to their thing, donate your gift cards to help their cause, right?
Right.
But in our industry, there's nothing for that. There was nothing to help our own people, and so we kind of started this thing as a way to give back to our people. So pretty much every single penny that goes into Knife Fight stays in Knife Fight and then goes to people in our industry. So it's meant to help bartenders or dishwashers or food servers, cashiers, chefs, cooks, all of those people who need like a little help out to get back up on their feet if something's happened to them. We give that money that we raise right back to them. So we've bought bicycles for dishwashers. We've helped, fix cars for some people that needed that. We've given money to single parents to help buy diapers and clothes and all that stuff when we're in our industry. We have bought some new equipment for Big Nut Lopez, who's our DJ. He had the Transit T food truck. Somebody broke into it, stole their generator and stuff and that, so we gave him some money to help him buy that.
And then he became our DJ.
And then he became our DJ. So
He was real quiet before that happened. It was just me and Michael.
yeah, 100%.
Quiet,
We were
right.
beatboxing in the background while the other person was talking. But so it was just 100% designed to give back to our community and help take care of our own, because there's nothing else out there that does it. And so we wanted to make sure all of our people, we're busy busting rump and taking care of all these people who come in, but there was nothing for us, so we made it.
We did it.
We did it. Now we're sipping on gin and juice.
How can how can people get a hold of you to participate, donate, or sponsor otherwise?
We got obviously the socials. Tucson Knife Fight on Facebook. Tucson Knife Fight on Instagram. Then we got the email, which I finally figured out the password to. So
Nice. That's Tucson Knife Fight.
Tucson Knife Fight, or it's knifefighttucson@gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
There we go.
Kind of flipped it.
It's free to attend, so we
Free
don't
to
charge you
attend, okay.
anything. So that's another big thing is we host it every Monday night, starting at 8 o'clock at a different small business restaurant. Free to attend. We don't charge you. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
We'll get it
right?
right one of
Yeah.
these days. That's like the real
Starts at 7 p.m. The first location is Charro Steak Del Rey.
Yep. Yeah.
How did I guess?
Yeah, that's the number one always.
Yeah.
But yeah, free to attend. We don't charge you anything. The only thing we ask, you come buy some raffle tickets, maybe buy some merch, buy some food, support the restaurant that's helping put it on. Buy some gin and juice.
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy spot on stuff unless you have a restaurant. So,
Well, you can. It just doesn't help you out.
Yeah, it doesn't help you out there. But we give away
Inventory for my kitchen, right?
Yeah, there you
Right.
go. We give away usually every night about $200 to $300 worth of gift
Oh,
cards.
that's incredible.
And on top of that, some merchandise usually every time. So there's always we run raffles all night. It's not like you buy 10 tickets, everybody buys those, and there's 200 tickets out. And
Fair enough. So we're gonna hear more about this and how you can participate right after this break. We're gonna also have this day in food history. A special thank you to our guests, our sponsors: Vera Oil Premium Beef, Your Financial Guide, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail. And tune in after the break for, again, food history. Stay tasty, Tucson. Hey there, Tucson foodies. Welcome back to another flavorful episode of the Tucson Tasty Show. Today we've got something special to savor. Let's dig right in. Did you know today is National Oyster Day? That's right. It's the day to celebrate those delicious little gems from the sea. From raw on the half shell to grilled with a bit of seasoning, oysters pack a flavor and whole lot of fun. Let me just get through this, man.
Okay.
Fun for now and later.
All around the country, restaurants are offering some seriously tasty deals on oyster-centric events, and so it's a great excuse to gather your friends for a seafood fest. But that's not all. August 3rd actually has some significant moments in food history. In fact, in 1925, the first edition of the iconic cookbook, The Joy of Cooking, was published, a staple for kitchens across America that has shared countless recipes and cooking techniques over the decades. Fast forward to 1960, and we saw the launch of Jif peanut butter, which quickly became a household name and a beloved staple for many. In 1988, the FDA established its first mandatory food regulation, helping ensure the quality and safety of food products we enjoy today. This milestone has shaped our culinary landscape in ways we often take for granted. If you're curious about more tasty facts and happenings this month, make sure to check out thetastyshow.com. It's filled with delicious details of our food history. So whether you're celebrating the National Oyster Day, diving into our favorite recipes from the Joy of Cooking, or enjoying a classic peanut butter sandwich, let's raise a toast to a wonderful flavor that brings us together. Now back to the show. How's it going?
Good. $2 oysters all day at Charles Steak.
Was that the secret page?
That was the secret page.
Dude, that was very secret.
Yes, it was.
Very good.
Thank
That was
you.
good. Nice.
It took me all morning to write. And then I said it like 50 times. In fact, I'm pretty sure my son, who's 9 years old, could repeat that back verbatim. And he's like, Dad, I could do it better for you.
So many
I was like, just call into the show and do it then.
Yeah,
Man.
just have him come in. We got a live on-air reading.
But so $2 oysters at Charles Steak?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah. And we have sweetie patatis too.
Ooh.
We have 5 in right now, so a little bit of everything from the Four Corners, and I got 2 from Baja. So
You got
yummy.
kumi eyes?
Kumiai's on
Dude, those are my
deck.
favorite, dude.
Kumiai's on deck.
You always have he always has a ton of really good oysters. They vary. Whenever there's kumi eyes, I usually get like 6 of those.
See,
I just something about them. I love them.
Every time I see that amazing seafood tower that Charro Steak has, it makes me almost want to drive right down and just order it and send him a text message with
The Jersey Shore.
No, you added the next tower on it.
We named it the Jersey Shore.
You named it the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
How
We
many
added-
beers are in it?
6 beers. 16 oysters,
Ooh.
full pound of crab legs.
Oh, check it out.
6 ounces of scallop aguachile, 6 ounces of ají ceviche, and then 12 shrimp and a lobster tail.
Is that kosher? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not, because 4 of the oysters come Billy Dunn style, which is topped with beer and bacon. So
And if you eat it all in 30 minutes, it's free.
Really? Are you serious?
No.
Thank you.
Although
Thank you,
somebody
Chef
ate
Michael.
all of that and drank the beers in 30 minutes.
it'd be pretty impressive.
That's
pretty
only
impressive.
at Mama Luisa's.
You can have
If
a
you can
picture on
order
the
it at
wall.
Mama Luisa's, and
Yeah, but we only do one a night, and if you come and it's gone, it's gone.
it's gone. It's gone. Yeah.
So show up and get it. Oh, sorry, it's gone.
You got to eat it in 30 minutes. We order it, and it gets there in 29 minutes.
They usually take about a half an hour to
Godspeed.
make it.
Perfect. Timer
1 minute
starts now.
So are they cooked oysters or the raw oysters?
The ones on the tower are all raw. It's a cold bar, but we do have a couple variations. We have that.
What?
The sign. Mind the sign.
That was a passion fruit.
Yeah, we do
jam.
have we have a baked version, which is kind of our version of Rockefeller. It's, we call them La Rocas. It's braja sauce and a little bit of arugula and bacon.
Nice.
So, yeah, pretty
Mm.
I
tasty.
can't say I've done a lot of oysters, but I remember one of the time my daughter she just turned 9, so she was about 6, and out of middle of nowhere she goes, "Can we go and get oysters?" And I turned around to her, I'm like, "How do you know about oysters?" Like, because even though I try to expand culinary palate, that's one thing I haven't cooked for him. So I've always been trying to find different places to try some.
So let's try this this gin and juice. This is my favorite part of the Tucson Tasty Show, where we get to dive into Tasty Bite and talk about it. And today we actually have some salsa. This is actually one of my favorite salsas, and it's actually from Charro Steak.
I love that one.
You got to go down to Charro Steak and get it. You can order it online. No.
No.
Okay.
You can buy. We have the retail bottles there.
Let's fix that. But yes, but I actually, you know what? We have the Beer World Tasty Show box. and we're doing it's 5 pounds of ground beef. You get 2 grillables. You get a surprise roast, and then roast or grillable.
Sounds
and
like
then
you need some tortillas and salsa in there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just a salsa, just a can of salsa, and like 5 of them, because we're doing mugs. We're throwing a book in there. We got bags. We got we're gonna actually Copper State Forge is gonna give us bottle openers to put in a couple of the boxes. So it's all a mystery. So we're literally just gonna throw it in random boxes
I'm gonna have
and
to get one of them.
mix up the labels and put the labels on and send them out. I mean, it's just gonna be literally random. So you got to order. You got to sign up for the subscription. You get a surprise swag. If you get a box with swag, great. It's like
If not, try it next one.
exactly. Try next
Might be in
one.
the next one.
So gin and juice has. Let's see. This one's apricot
Yeah, that one's good.
or apricot. They
Apricot.
also have melon, passion fruit, citrus as well. The passion fruit was probably one of. I didn't like that one. But I'm not a huge gin fan.
I love gin.
On a standing. So this apricot one, I did not get to try. Let's see. Can I have a cup? Sir. There we go.
Yeah,
And we're
gin is my jam, man. If there's one thing that people
got the
know about
plastic.
me, like
The plastic.
when I'm out
Go
getting
find
it,
China.
partying, then like we go to Vegas for the expos and that, I'm drinking gin and sodas
Wow, that's actually really good.
or the other product that I can't drink
The
anymore.
apricot's my favorite.
That one's really good. That one, it's fresh. It's refreshing.
It's yummy.
See, typically when I get gin, it's the Hendrix gin, and it's kind of heavy. It's heavy on flavor. It's heavy on everything.
Yeah, the
and
botanicals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
the
of
botanicals.
botanicals in that.
I'm a vodka guy. If I'm going to a liquor, typically just stick with beers and what have you. But let's see. So this would be good by the pool. You know what? We got to just have you guys over to the pool.
Yeah.
While it's still 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And
What'd be
go
really
swimming.
good is if you like reduced it down and mixed it with tamarind and then made snow cones out of it.
Oh wait, whoa, whoa,
Don't
whoa,
tell
whoa.
anybody yet.
Yes. Okay. Snow cone. I like it.
Let's see if a bartender does that.
Oh yeah.
I made you a snow cone.
You guys
the
were at the
night-
gin and
the bar
juice
fight.
release party at Monica. You
Yes.
guys didn't get a Snoop cone?
I did. There was a Snoop cone.
Oh my god. Yeah. You didn't see him?
Oh my gosh. No.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Your homeboy's on there.
Oh.
All right, we've got a question from a Mr. Matt Love. How you doing, Matt Love?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. That was my question. Just seeing how you doing.
Oh, okay. Well, we're doing good, and if you have a question, I might have a gift for you.
Oh, okay. I have a question. All right. Let's see. So who do we got there? We got Michael Alfonte. We got Chef Gary.
Chef Joshua.
Chef Josh. Yeah, I just tuned in right now. So,
Oh, thank you.
all right. So I actually asked Chef Gary this earlier, so maybe all the other chefs can chime in.
No,
on,
you're not getting your raise.
What, dang it! What do you guys think about giving me a raise? Everybody except for Chef Gary. No. What is everybody's favorite dish to cook for themselves?
Oh goodness. Michael, go.
Pasta with butter and Parmesan.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, butter
That's it.
noodles, baby. Butter noodles.
Yeah.
Beef
Micro-
Wellington
micro-
is
microplane
definitely
Parmesan.
amazing, but it is so much work. Like I literally woke up at 7 a.m. and I didn't stop cooking until 6 p.m. when I sliced into it. I
And
was
at that point,
so
you're like,
exhausted.
do I even want to eat this?
No, because between that we had a pool party and I made smash burgers on top of that.
Yeah.
It was a rough day. What about you, Chef Joshua?
So for me, since I spent 3 years over in Japan, I actually like Japanese curry, and curry is actually my comfort food. So sometimes I'll just mix like a Japanese curry, which is more of like a gravy. You can make it more of a stew, but I like to do venison and some mixed vegetables, and then serve it with some rice.
Nice. Oh yeah. You could Chef Joshua for the win.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Butter noodles.
Well, in that case, I like it. I'm just kidding.
filet mignon, beef Wellington.
I like to
All right,
get some
I am
A5 Wagyu.
A5 Wagyu. Let's talk about A5 Wagyu. Do you like A5 Wagyu or do you like a good what is it? Colby.
Ooh.
Colby?
Colby?
Colby Jack?
Colby?
Kobe.
You mean Kobe beef?
Colby.
Yeah, Kobe beef.
R.I.P.
That's what I said. Turn up your mic, your headphones.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't even know if I've had it like real or like the real stuff, because a lot of it in America is crossbred with American Angus. So we have our own version of it. It's not like the imperial, or not imperial. I forget the exact terminology, but whatever the set one that they have in Japan. Like they don't even bring it to America anymore. Like we just have our own like crossbreed version of Wagyu here.
So I had a half lobster and Kobe beef thing, but it was like the tempanyaki places like that. So do I actually know, was it Kobe beef? I don't know, but they said it was Kobe beef. It cost a lot, but
So were you extremely stuffed after?
So like one
like
little
you wanted
ounce,
to
and you're
completely
like,
fall asleep after?
No,
Nah, it wasn't Kobe then.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't
just-
Kobe then.
It was from the farm named Kobe.
Yeah.
So if I give this book to Chef Gary Hickey, do you think it'll make it to Matt Love, or should I leave it at the front counter for Matt Love to pick up?
I'll take it back to the restaurant.
Awesome, there it is. It has your name in it, and I signed it for you, so there it is.
You didn't answer. What's your?
We'll just rip that
What's
page
your?
out.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Tucson
Oh, chicken
Tasty
and 40
Show book.
cloves.
Chicken and what?
40 cloves.
40 cloves?
Yeah.
What's that?
So you basically spatchcock a whole chicken, and then you peel 40 cloves of garlic and 2 sprigs of thyme, and then you fill up the cassoulet or whatever you put it in, or Dutch oven, right to the top of the chicken with like extra virgin olive oil, and then you bake it in the oven at like 275 for about 6 hours. And then you pull it out, and it just, and then you spread that garlic on some toast and the chicken, and then you dip that into the oil. It's my favorite. It takes all day though. It is
Yeah.
it's like a you start it in the
You say
morning,
quick snack.
and then you're hammered, and you just like glistening with olive oil and.
It's
Well,
like,
garlic in
it's
your
like me
hair.
at the pool.
I'll be honest.
Looks like me at the pool.
We are out of time for Tucson Night Fight. We haven't even gotten to this. So I'm Wesley Source, your host
Night
of the
Fight,
Tucson.
6-hour edition.
I'm Wesley Source, your host of the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll be right back. A special thank you to our sponsors: Vera Earl Premium Beef, your financial guy Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail. That's at 22nd and Park. And stay tasty, Tucson. Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. And this show has actually gone so fast today. It's just disappeared, but that's because we had our good friends, Chef Mike Elefante and Chef Gary Hickey of the Tucson Night Fights. And now we're into the final segment, the final 12 minutes of the show, 10 minutes of the show. And we have Robert Patrick McGonigal Jr., one of the bartenders, one of the creators, one of the mixologists, one of the incredible. How else would you describe yourself?
I mean, I usually just use the word bartender myself, but I've been called a lot of things in my life. So,
Of the still. Can we
Yes.
talk about the still, or is the still like knife or like Fight Club?
you can talk about it. We don't advertise or anything like that, but I don't mind talking now and again.
Okay. So the still is the still, and if you know what the still is, you know what the still is, and if you don't, call me directly at. Oh, I'm sorry, we cut out there for a second. But you can give us a call or send us an email at the Tucson Tasty Show at gmail.com, and we'll make some introductions and maybe get some cannolis. Anyways, but so you're at the still. What do you do for the still? Bartender is seems under serving for everything that you made for us the other day.
Well, I appreciate that. Bartender and mixologist, you got to do both. The thing is, a bartender is always going to make sure you have a good time. A mixologist helps make sure you have a good drink. And I think both are definitely, shall we call it, important.
Fair enough. And you guys make pretty much all of your own ingredients or to a point.
To a point, as many as we can. We've done ginger beer, we've done tepache, we do all of our own syrups, we do our own liqueurs, bitters, schnapps, as much as I can figure out to do, basically.
Okay. All right.
And where's that location at? I didn't hear it.
We can't talk about it.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, we can, I was serious. If you got it,
Information from me.
if you got to ask the question, you got to ask the question. But you know what? I knew somebody was going to ask that, so there you go. Don't ask for a wooden nickel unless you want one.
Exactly.
Oh, he's got another one for Michael.
Oh, yeah,
You've been
I
over
know
to the
where it's
still. You've been to the
I
still?
got it.
All right, there you go.
I think I hopefully you should know where it's at. Been around a bit, know the people around it.
Fair enough. So, what is your favorite thing to make at the still?
So dealer's choice is definitely, I would say, my favorite thing to do in general for bartending and especially at the still. Anytime you can tell us just make me something is definitely a lot of fun. We have a little conversation and something comes out. What is it? Who knows? Not me.
So when we were there, I asked you to make me something, and you asked me a barrage of questions. And again, and I admitted this earlier, you know, my go-to liquor is usually vodka because you can do so much with vodka because it doesn't have any. It should be clean. It should be flavorless. It should be clear. Excuse me. And potato vodka, the Chopin potato vodka is actually kind of like a go-to because it doesn't give me a headache either.
Gin doesn't either if you drink gin properly.
I don't know. Every time I've drank gin,
I mean,
Yeah, but if you drink it with like tonic and all that, yeah, it's all the other stuff.
You just drink good stuff and you don't get the headache is my rule.
but you asked me a bunch of questions. You went back and he actually gave me one of the most surprising drinks I've ever had, and it was shockingly good. And you thought I was going to say something else. I know, but it was incredible. So go ahead and tell us what you broke down into that drink for us.
Okay, so
If you can remember.
Are you talking about the last cocktail
first
of the
one.
night? The first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The one that you made me that came out and was a cloudy color.
oof, off the top of my head, it's been a
So
couple days here now.
Fair enough. So he does this martini, and it comes out and it's cloudy. And I was like,
the blue cheese fat washed Chopin vodka. We did a rapid infusion on that.
And he explains it to everybody that's sitting at the bar, but I don't hear anything because I can't hear anything anyways. If there's music in the background, I'm checked out. Like, I can't hear it anyways. And he brings it over and he puts it down, and I sip it, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? Because I was not expecting the blue cheese.
Yeah, and you got to try it
It
first.
was one of the most surprising drinks I've ever been served at a bar, or in this case, a speakeasy.
I absolutely love blue cheese.
I do too.
So I'd be right up my alley.
Not for me.
Chef Josh was in the corner going, no.
The closest thing I could do is feta. I don't blue cheese and stuff like that. I've never got the taste of it. It's like I don't. Yeah.
See, I'll take blue cheese over feta any day.
I mean, hey, if you want to do a feta and cantaloupe cocktail, come on down. Let me know. We'll work something out for you.
It's almost to blue cheese. Just you don't have all the mold in it. But
yeah.
That's penicillin.
It's good for you.
Penicillin. Well, yeah, fair enough.
Blue
No,
cheese and
on
garlic.
that's on bread.
Same thing.
And then you got to distill it.
It's
and
all
you
the
gotta
same
go
color.
on.
That's
Yeah,
same
fair.
The white moldy.
It works.
It's in the alphabet.
Yeah. So, what is okay? So you brought some stuff in for us today. Let's get to that.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about it, and yeah.
I wasn't certain how many people we would have today, so I brought a little range as we talked about the house-made. I don't know. Am I allowed to swear at all on here or no? Kick your butt, strawberry liqueur.
Fair.
And that one's going to be house-made.
We are live on the radio. Please don't.
Fair enough. You know, you can kick your pork butt. You know.
Yeah.
I think a dump button might have to be used every once in a while when you have
I've
us.
tried. This one doesn't work.
Fair enough.
Here's one more for the gentleman over here.
Certainly. So this is a high-proof house-made strawberry liqueur. Tastes like fresh strawberries and reminds
Cody's
you
not
of
here to try it.
painful teenage memories if you have too much of it.
That's
but-
not
Fair
fair
enough. So let's see.
Yeah, it's like a strawberry daiquiri that doesn't stink.
I mean,
Doesn't suck. It's delicious. It's really good.
So smooth.
Oh, that is good.
oh yeah, it goes down easy. This batch came in a little under 100 proof. So
Wow. And this is the same in both.
this is the other one is actually a Del Bach Dorado Boulevardier with a little
Ooh.
twist on it. We did a strawberry Boulevardier with this one, with a hint of orange and Angostura, and so it should be boozy, lightly smoky, and a little bit bitter on the back end.
Okay. Just a splash. Yeah. Thank
what
you.
Del Bach did you use in that?
This is the Del Bach Dorado.
I like the Del Bach Dorado.
No.
No, you don't. Which one's your
You
favorite
can't
Del
do the
Bach?
smoke, man.
No.
No.
Will you let me change your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try it. But, I love barbecue. I love my smoke on my meat. But, dude, it just, like, even mescal and all that,
See,
what's
I like Bacanora more than I like Mezcal.
I don't like any of that. Doesn't do it.
I like it all, really.
A good Bacanora.
Smells really nice.
Like even like the peat, like Scotch. Can't do Scotch.
What? Oh,
I love bourbon.
I
I
don't
love
like
whiskey, but
I
can't
like,
do.
if
the
you're
peat.
doing Scotch, you got to do Speyside because Speyside doesn't have the peaty, so it's a lot cleaner, but you have all those undertones.
So I'm largely of the mind that, hey,
It's whatever you like.
It's whatever
that's
you
really
like,
nice.
but it's hard to write off an entire school of thought or an entire section of spirits because there's probably something out there for you. It's just a matter of finding it or finding the way you like it.
Yeah, I mean that's yummy. It's not overly smoky. Like I feel like sometimes when I have that, and I love their classic in that, but the smoked one, it feels like I'm walking into Discount Tire.
Sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, the first Scotch I ever tried was Lagavulin, and that's the one that if you drink a glass of it, you wake up the next morning smelling like you hung out at a campfire. Yeah. Have you ever had a lobster tail from Vero's?
Yeah, Veros. That's their pistachio svuyadel,
Dive in.
but it's lobster
This is
tails.
what we do on the Tucson.
So the
Tasty.
non-ginzos.
I've never even been to Vera's, so this is...
Vero's is it's over on 22nd.
Yeah, now
And
those
Sarnath.
are the only Sicilians I like. I'll be honest with you.
You like me,
They're
don't you?
Yeah, that's
Come
true.
on.
And CJ's all right, but for the most part, Sicilians, no.
Fair enough. All right. Well, he's trying that. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll see you next Saturday from 3 to 4. We'll have Rita Conley, writer of Lost Restaurants of Tucson, and we'll also have Battleborn Coffee. Thank you to our special guest and sponsors, Chef Gary, Chef Mike of Tucson Knife Fights, Chef Joshua. We've got Robert from the Still, and our amazing sponsors, Vera Oil Premium Beef, Your Financial Guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail. Thank you for tuning in to the Tucson Tasty Show. Remember to savor every delicious bite and keep those taste buds excited. Until next time, stay tasty, Tucson.